When you feel the ground shaking underneath your feet, it's the Clyde Fliers flying down the street, and it's a Category F5 here in Tornado Alley for this girls basketball game between two SBC River or Lake rivals in the Clyde Fliers taking on the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes live here from Tornado Alley. Welcome to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tommy Hall on the call with the Wizard Greg Kinn as we got Cooper Snyder and Emma Moeglin on the cameras bringing you all the action live and paywall free here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. We want to welcome you to the Xcaret Mexican Restaurant pregame show. As again, we talk about this SBC Lake rivalry matchup as the 7-4 Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes, Lady Tornadoes, or as Greggy likes to call them, the Tornadies.
The Tornadies. I'm telling you, it's going to catch on.
Taking on the 9-3 Clyde Fliers. And Greg, this one, something's got to give as these Clyde Fliers winning 6 of their last 7 games, riding a 5-game winning streak with a huge win over Port Clinton on Tuesday, 46-42. But these Columbian Tornadoes, they're riding a little win streak themselves, a 4-game win streak as they were able to topple Huron 38-23. Again, you're watching the Xcaret Mexican Restaurant pregame show as we get ready for the national anthem here tonight.
The band was so good last night putting us on out. I'm sure they're going to be great here tonight also.
Yeah, let's not forget how we got here. Our premier sponsors for tonight's game, the pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, the halftime show brought to you by Hope and Fostoria. This postgame show will be brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Our title sponsors, the keys to the game, the UIS Insurance and Investments, the Player Spotlight presented by Vicek Orthodontics, Player of the Game by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Our timeouts tonight will be brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Our fan of the game brought to you by Clouse Construction, and our defensive player of the game will be brought to you by Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses. Excellent rendition there by the TC Band. Oh yeah, you love being here in Tornado Alley for these basketball games. Everything's right on top of you. And again, if you're just joining us, welcome to the broadcast, folks. I'm Tommy Hall on the call with Greggy Kinn, and this one is going to be live and paywall free. But the reason why, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors for bringing you tonight's game. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope and Fostoria, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, UIS Insurance and Investments, Vicek Orthodontics, Mullins Entertainment, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, First National Bank of Sycamore, Studio Squared, Clouse Construction, Thrift Junction, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses, the Ohio Army National Guard, Feasel's Frame and Collision, all proud sponsors bringing you high school basketball live and paywall free. As this girls basketball edition of Heart of Ohio Sports. Let's get into this one a little bit, huh, Greg? We talked about this Clyde Fliers team on the road coming in tonight, 9-3. They're sitting 1-2 in the conference. That puts them 4th in the SBC Lake. But this is a Clyde team playing its best basketball right now. They're confident, balanced, and defending as they've been able to keep opponents for under 40 points per average in their games. But this Tiffin Columbian squad, they're really catching on after a 4-game winning streak. They had that last-minute victory against Huron, 51-47. So Columbian's shown that they can keep close games, can close tight games, especially here at home, defending home court. But as Columbian's trying to climb out of this SBC basement, it doesn't get any easier. As one team's rolling and one team's responding, that's why this rivalry matters, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, you get to this point in the season, Tommy, the wins and losses really start to count, and they really start to build up as you're trying to find yourself into tournament play as the season comes to an end. You got to win these type of games right here.
And as the Lady Fliers take the floor, we'll go ahead and go over their starting lineups. As you got number 10, Tatum Jeffrey. That's great for reading.
Well, I tell you what, Tommy.
Number 11, Kelsey Ray. Number 13, Aria Farr. Number 14, Lillian Greenslade. And number 20, Ember Andres. Rounding out that Clyde Flyers starting lineup.
What they do, they raid your closet and get them glow sticks.
They know how to have a good time here in Tornado Alley. As we get ready for tip-off, we want to thank you once again for tuning in as the Columbian Tornadoes, the Tornades, take the floor. The starting lineup for the Tornadoes: number 4, Mia Zeiss; number 54, Maddie Ritchie; number 31, Lexi Beeston; number 14, Kenzie Felsky; and number 3, Maddie Schreiber.
Getting settled in here, getting ready to get things started. Got the vibe feeling right in here, Tommy.
Oh yeah, as tip-off gets ready to get underway, you got Kelsey Ray. And Mia Zeiss going up for the ball here. And we are underway as opening tip back into the possession of the Tornadoes as Beeston takes it across the timeline and has it at the top of the key. Beeston over to Zeiss. Zeiss drives down out to Beeston on the right wing. Beeston at the top of the perimeter. Out to Felsky. And a dish inside. And over to Maddie Ritchie as she passes it over. And a huge three-pointer to start things off by Maddie Schreiber.
Wow.
And the Tornadoes up 3-0 as the Flyers take it in transition.
That's how you start the game right there, Tommy.
Farr with the ball at the top of the key, passes it inside, and then down low to Jeffrey as she just
That's one girl
tosses it up in there.
She's got these leg sleeves on. I thought she was wearing pants out there for a second. I was like, what? Nice little answer back there, though, by the Flyers.
Yeah, as that one goes out of bounds. Lexi Beeston, a little miscommunication in the pass there. As Jeffrey inbounds it in the far. Kelsey Ray, deep dish inside. Back to the top of the key by Ray. Out to the wing by Ember Andres, answers back.
Nice.
And now the Flyers 5-3 here in the opening stanza from Tornado Alley in Tiffin, Ohio. Zeiss dribbles inside over to Ritchie. Ritchie, no good. The foul there. Lady Fliers look to inbound.
I'll tell you, they kind of slowed things down real fast. It was getting things were getting heated up real quickly, and then that foul happened. Everything got quiet.
Quick pass down to Andres as the Tornadoes steal it back. Zeiss back over to Shriver, over to Beeston. Beeston dishes it inside back to Ritchie as she's just got a commanding power presence down there in the paint. As that ball comes loose and off the fingers, no good. Back into the possession of the Lady Fliers. Andres tries to pass it out and it's stolen by Ritchie. Beeston's gonna take it across the timeline here. Ritchie again.
Oh, nice pass underneath.
She sets the pace inside, does Ritchie from the paint, able to dish it back out to the perimeter, or if she wants to, just tries to take it back in. A foul on the shot sends Zeiss up to the line. The first free throw is no good.
I'll tell you, Tommy, I'm not sure how much stats you were able to find on the Lady Fliers here tonight. I know Nate was trying to dig up some earlier. They were the only team, for some reason, on the site that Nate goes to for stats that didn't have anything input.
Yeah, and that's one thing that, you know, you take from the newspaper headlines and some of the stats that you are given, you try to
piece together what you can.
And from what we can tell, Clyde doesn't rely on one scorer. Columbia needs production from multiple spots. You need Beeston to facilitate and Allen to score inside, and these guards to value each possession. As that one, no good. Back into the possession of the Tornadoes as it's a 5-4 ball game. Lady Fliers in the lead as the dish down to Ritchie. Ritchie back up to Beeston. Beeston driving. Beeston from downtown. Oh, clanks off the rim. And they're going to say that one's off the foot. By Shriver. And that's what we talk about as the Flyers take it across the timeline. They're not in any rush. Drive to the basket, comes up with the foul. I don't believe the Tornado faithful was in agreement with that call.
Gets that one to go in there.
Yeah, the Flyers will tack on to that lead as the first free throw by Andres. It's good. We got a substitution on the Tornado side as Marissa Allen comes in for Ritchie off the bench. You just heard.
Oh, that one couldn't get it to go.
From Brian Heck. Shouting out the three shooters on the floor, so you got to be careful of your presence inside.
So he knows the dangers of this Lady Tornado team. He's coached the team well.
And a board. That's what you got to do. You get three down low, and you wait for the Tornadoes to take a bad shot. And you answer back with one bad one of your own as Andres' three-point attempt falls short. It's rebounded by Ferrer. Tornadoes poke it away. Back into the possession as Beeston takes it out over the timeline. Passes it down to Allen. Allen at the top of the key, back over to Beeston. Beeston driving inside the lane, puts it up. Uncontested, just circles the drain and back out of the rim. Flyers push it in transition now. As Ferrer, she really sets the perimeter for these Clyde Fliers.
Oh, nice.
And that one
steal.
poked away. As Zeiss
How about that?
up and in.
Takes it down there, and she just hits the old brakes real quick. She just,
Yep. And that one ties this one up. 6 apiece. 2:40 remaining here in the first stanza. As Jeffrey having a little bit of trouble.
oh, loses that one there. Able to
Great
get it back.
defense by Felsky. Getting a little pesky is Felsky. And Kelsey Ray passes it back over to Farrer.
Playing great defense here right now.
As we missed the substitution of Anne-Marie Davis coming in off the Flyer bench. 5'11", a tall drink of water. Gonna give you some presence down low. As neither team have really been a drive and dish team.
No, I believe it. Nate told me. I think it was the. I think he said it was the Tornadoes. Tallest player was 6'2" or something like that. So height not exactly their strength under the basket, Tommy.
And we get another substitution here. As Lillian Greenslade will see her first minutes of action here. As the Tornadoes with possession.
Now I do want to remind everybody quickly, Tommy, since the game goes so fast. Fan of the game, make sure you send your pictures in so we can get them up on the screen here at the end of this one.
That's right, Greg. As
Nice.
Zeiss,
Nice by Zeiss.
she's just been unapproached down in the paint here tonight. Clyde giving her room to work, and she'll make you pay. As you see, Jeffrey.
She'll make you pay the Zeiss.
Yeah, pay the Zeiss is correct, Greg. As you watch Jeffrey drive in the lane there, things got a little physical. A lot of quick substitutions. One of these teams trying to set the tempo early here. As Columbian, this game, it's a game of runs, and whoever's going to get that big lead out and keep it, I think that really is going to be the deciding factor in this one. As that one up and out by Ray. Ray back over to Andres.
Yeah, you get your substitutions in, Tommy. You get people a little bit of rest, a little breather, but you also get to see your matchups against each other and see what's working better.
Yeah, a little scrum on the floor there. Sees the Tornadoes come up with the possession as it's a wide open shot for Shriver.
Yeah, where's that button? Good stuff right there. Is that going to be our first time out here?
Yeah, that is going to be our first time out here, as timeout brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore.
You want to talk about the keys to the game quickly while we're here on our first time out?
Oh, we can absolutely, Greg, as the keys to tonight's game brought to you by our friends at UIS Insurance and Investments. Coming into tonight, this SBC Lake rivalry matchup. We talk about the Columbian Tornadoes trying to crawl out of the basement, sitting at 1-3 in the conference. As Columbian, as you're seeing throughout this one, trying to slow the pace, create open shots, which you've seen Mia Zeiss really take advantage of, and just clean the glass. A lot of me bounds, as Nate liked to put it, as Mia Zeiss coming away with a few early on to give these Tornadoes an 11-6 advantage. But for Clyde, you just got to keep pushing in transition. They're able to get some open looks down low and when they decide to drive, but they just got to keep the ball moving and be able to close out on shooters. As they got a good, they also have a good look from the top of the key and around the perimeter as well, Greg.
Got a little extra on the timeout here as we had a tire shoe over here real quick.
As once again, those keys to tonight's game brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. Did you make a tornado?
I did
mascot?
Make a
tornado. Oh, goodness. Lady Tornado mascot.
Couldn't help myself.
As the Flyers looking to close this one out with the last possession. No go as it's poked away by the Tornadoes. More so Marissa Allen having her hands all over this one. Drives to the lane. Foul called as Beeson on the inbound. Back to Zeiss. Zeiss goes to pass, and it's stolen away immediately by Jeffrey. Jeffrey takes it across the timeline. 16 seconds here in the first quarter.
Ooh, look at that.
A little physical there as the ball at the far.
And she gets
down low to Jeffrey.
Getting physical herself and getting the and one.
Puts it in and one for Jeffrey.
She's feeling herself on that one. She's pumped up.
Chance to make this a 2-point game.
She said, toss it to me underneath. She got it from her teammates and boom, wrapped her way.
She's good on the free throw.
Brings it within
Columbian in less than 5 seconds. Beasting across the timeline. Over to Allen. She is going to be shoved down as things come to the end here in the first quarter. The Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes 11, Clyde Fliers 9. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to be back after these commercial breaks. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Welcome back to the broadcast as we are live and paywall free here from Tornado Alley for this SBC Lake rivalry matchup between the Lady Tornadoes and the Clyde Lady Fliers. Tiffin Columbian leads 11-9 to start things off here in the second quarter as Clyde will take the possession at the top of the quarter with Ray dribbling at the top of the perimeter. Oh, reach in there. Gets called. And Andre's looking to inbound. But Greg, here's the big thing that stood out. As you see that one poked away, it's just been a turnover battle here between these two teams. Nobody really being able to string together any quality runs to get any big leads here early on, and that's going to be paramount here to.
Yeah, I mean, not to be cliche, but it's been a quite the cat fight, just scratching and clawing at the ball. Both teams just trying to get a possession, but neither one really able to get many points and be able to finish out with them because of this aggressive defense by both teams.
Absolutely is.
Oh, nice!
A huge shot from downtown. Gives the Flyers back the lead. I believe that was Ray. Ray of sunshine and otherwise bleak.
Yep, I believe so.
Game as the Tornadoes were leading, and now the lead goes back to the Flyers. But a foul on Zeiss puts her at the line, and she's going to miss that one. Still remains a 1-point ball game. And again, Greg, it's what we talk about. During that first quarter, you only have 2 Tornadoes with points, Zeiss with 5, Shriver with 6. And you got to get some of these other players going. Players like Lexi Beeston. She's the engine that makes this Columbian squad go. She's not just a scorer. She definitely helps control the pace. She had 17 points in that game against Huron just a few nights ago. There's a quick handoff of turnovers there. Put the ball back in the possession of the Flyers. Kelsey Ray with the ball at the top of the key. She's going to pass it over to Andres. Andres looking for an open look. Columbian playing 2-3 low.
Both of these teams coming out with so much aggression, and you know, it's kind of almost like you wonder who's going to run out of gas first, because somebody's going to have to make the big plays. This is I mean, look, we're at 12-12 right now. This is a dead even game right
now. Oh, absolutely.
And it's
the
been
foul
that way throughout the whole first quarter.
Foul is on Greenslade. Zeiss taking her second foul, and she's just been battling down low here tonight under the paint or under the glass. First free throw attempt falls short. Couple of substitution as Madeline Ritchie makes her way back off the bench. Greenslade for her second attempt. 12 all ball game, no good. Columbian gets the rebound as Shriver takes it across the timeline over to Beeston. Back over to Shriver. Allen down to Ritchie as Ritchie comes off the bench and immediately puts some points on the board to give the Tornadoes back this lead, 14-12. 6:08 here left in the first half of action in this huge SBC matchup.
What you need, you're going to need a good run by one of these squads to break this thing open, Tommy.
Yeah, the biggest run we've seen is by 5, and that was off that huge three-pointer to start things out. That was quickly quelched with the answer back. And speaking of answer back, a little jumper there by Anne-Marie Davis. A flick of the wrist. Doesn't find anything. Tornadoes off the foul. Inbound it. Beeston across the timeline. Picks up her dribble. Down to Ritchie. Ritchie over to Felsky. Felsky to Beeston. Beeston, she's just a general at the top of the key here. Telling players to move, putting them in position, trying to find an open look. Very unselfish, or very selfless in the way that Beeston picks up her game and quietly puts 17 points in per game.
Threw it right off her foot there.
Yeah, as we talk about, again, these Tornadoes trying to get things snowballing here, get things rolling. Yeah, get some of these. Yeah.
The crowd just
student section
hollering
in the head of the Lady Fliers here. That's got to be hard to inbound like that, Greg.
Oh, yeah, I mean, when they're right behind you, it's a completely different game right there.
Tatum Jeffrey.
Ooh.
Up to Andres. They're going to call the jump ball there. Possession arrow will favor the Tornadoes. It's Felsky with the inbound to Beeston. Beeston now, she's just going to be driving.
Let's look at that defense.
Takes it back up over to Felsky. Felsky nowhere to go. Back over to Beeston. Beeston trying to drive. She got 2 on her.
Again, 2 on her.
That one comes loose.
Oh, left somebody open, Tommy. Oh, almost.
Yeah, leaving Shriver open on that right wing 3. No good. Goes out of bounds as the Flyers now check it back in. Ray looks to inbound to Farrar. Farrar, what would you say? And double team there by the Tornadoes.
Ooh.
Finds a wide open Kelsey Ray at the top of the key. She's unable to get anything out of it. Bank is empty on that one.
Oh, goodness.
Ooh.
Oh, nice save there.
Zeiss Gets it stolen away. And a huge pass over to Jeffrey. No good. Seemingly a lid on the basket. Just a lot of these open looks not going in, Greg.
Yeah, for both squads tonight, neither one of them seemingly able to finish out a lot of these runs on either side here. He's going to drive to the basket there. Oh, look at that, Tommy.
Yeah, you see Shriver just forces her will there. Drives inside, puts it up, puts
that's what you gotta
more
do.
Points on the board, 16-12, 3:05 here remaining in the first half.
If they're not going to give you the shots, you got to make them just like that, Tommy.
And that was the thing. You saw.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, battling low.
It's the same thing, right back.
Jeff
We're going to have our second timeout here.
Topples the wall in front of her and able to get points as a timeout here.
Let's go ahead and talk
brought
about
you
well, go ahead,
by First National Bank of Sycamore.
So we'll do our first player spotlight here. We'll get it in here. Got to use the time that we can. These basketball games go so fast here. And you were speaking of Jeffrey. That's the player spotlight we've chosen tonight. You want to keep an eye on her here. And she's already shown why here in the first half, Tommy.
Yeah, she's a very physical presence, able to call out the play at the top of the key, and then also she can deliver when she needs to as she drives inside the lane and has been very effective putting points on the board. But for the Tornado side of things, let's not forget about Mia Zeiss, who she's having herself a nice little game, and she averages 12 points per game. She's been shooting 50% from the field and 53% from the free throw line. She's been averaging 6 boards a game, so I mean that just tells you she's coast to coast with tater and toast, man. The defensive prowess of Mia Zeiss also seemingly turns into offense as she can turn it on both ends of the floor. And that's the player spotlight brought to you by Vicek Orthodontics.
And now thanks to your little Tommyisms, I'm hungry. And now I want some toast.
Toast.
And again, that timeout brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. One of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Timeout there, wisely taken as a 2-point differential. And again, both teams just seemingly trying to battle to get some kind of breathing room, put a run together, something, but they just keep battling possession after possession as this one down to Richie.
Yeah, it's you almost feel like it's going to come down to free throws in this one because neither team, they're just not leaving a shot open.
And that's a nice answer back by Richie as she was hit down in the paint on that last Flyer score. She drives back and just
nails that first one.
Imposes her will down low as well.
Yeah, this is going to be a physical one, no doubt. Both teams have shown it.
Richie good on the attempt from the free throw line.
See if she can get the second one to go here. Oh,
that one.
Around and back out.
Bounces out and into the possession of Jeffrey as Jeffrey takes it across the timeline. She passes over to Ray. Ray back to Andres.
A good movement here, but again, still great defense.
And Daniel gets double teamed, and that's the thing. That 2-3 look, you try to get one person down low, they're not going to give you that open look. They're going to move another player over and just try to smother you to push it back out to the outside.
They're going to try to force those farther out shots. It's harder to make shots. Not going to give you anything easy underneath.
Well, when you're clanking them off the rim, that's the kind of defense you want. Don't let anything happen inside. Force them to play it outside.
You see the kind of game they're having here so far. You say make them take those shots.
Travel there. As that's what that tenacious defense does. It gets you back on your heels. It doesn't have your head on a swivel per se. It's just one of those things where you're off kilter. You're trying to swing your elbows around and make some room and pass it out. And sometimes you get caught with an extra step as Beeston takes it after the turnover. It's a bad pass by Shriver. Poked away by the Flyers, but the Tornadoes get possession. A shot off by Marissa Allen, but the Clyde Flyers get a hand on it. As now the Flyers push it back down the floor into the possession and into three-point territory for Reese Daniel as she just drains that one.
These two teams, they just cannot seem to break away from one another.
Well, 17 all after the three-point shot. Ritchie with the ball at the top of the key over to Beeston. Beeston sends it back over to Allen. Allen pulls up.
Gets the rebound there, though. Oh, that one hits the, what do they call that, Tommy?
The stanchion. Maddie Shriver tries to get the shot off.
I'll tell you what I like seeing, Tommy, is I'm pretty sure there's quite a few young men from the basketball team over there in the stands tonight, so I like that they're showing out for the girls' basketball team the very next night.
Yeah, these Tornadoes, what a great group of student athletes. They travel well as the support knows no end over in these parts. As with 25 seconds left, don't forget to stick around for the halftime show. Halftime show presented by Hope and Fostoria. Listen to these Tornado bands.
Rock the house, man.
Yeah, rock the house, shake the building. As we said, it was going to be a Category F5 here on the broadcast between these SBC rival teams. And man, it's just been destruction on the floor for the better part of 16 minutes throughout this one, Greg.
Yeah, we're going to have to get a hearing checked after this. Tornadoes, jet planes flying around, marching bands. See what they do here in this last 16 seconds, Tommy. We'll try to hold this one. Try to get some points off of it and take the lead here in the halftime. Want some kind of edge.
Oh, miscommunication.
Yeah, that's not the edge
on the pass.
Uh-oh, coach fired up and took the jacket off.
As Jeffrey tried to pass that over for Ray. Ray just seemingly not paying attention. Hits her in the shoulder, and now with 1.6 seconds remaining.
I think they're trying to fix something on the scoreboard. Maybe he didn't get it stopped in time.
That's my worst nightmare there as a scoreboard operator.
Oh yeah, those things look like tech from 1994. It looks like a headache. I'm sure it's not, but that's the way those things look. You would think in this day and age it'd be much simpler to run those kind of boards. But it seems like no matter what place we go, no matter where we're at, there always seems to be an issue with these things.
Still waiting on the 50-50 ticket. 447.
Go ahead and show
well,
our sponsors here.
yeah, I was gonna say, as we try to get the scoreboard figured out, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors bringing you high school basketball live and paywall free. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, UIS Insurance and Investments, Vicek Orthodontics, Mullins Entertainment, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, First National Bank of Sycamore, Studio Squared, Clouse Construction, Thrift Junction, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses, the Army, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision, all proud sponsors bringing you high school basketball here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
All that for 0.4 of a second.
Well, you know what 0.4 of a second can do in this game. As the last shot off by Beeston is no good as we go to half. 17 all in this huge SBC Lake matchup as Tiffin Columbian hosts the Clyde Fliers. Don't go anywhere. The halftime show is next. Brought to you by Hope and Fostoria. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. More than just a game, this is Heart of Ohio Sports. At Vicek Orthodontics, they're all about creating confident, healthy smiles for every age. Dr. Vicek and the team use the latest techniques to make your orthodontic journey comfortable and effective. Discover the difference of personalized care and a smile you'll be proud to show off. Schedule your consultation with Vicek Orthodontics today.
After an injury or surgery, adults are often prescribed opioids or stimulants, powerful drugs that help with pain or focus. But when unused or expired medications linger, they pose serious risks: misuse, addiction, or accidental poisoning, especially for children. Seneca County has 5 locations where you can safely dispose of medications. Take it to the box or use a deter bag at home to deactivate them safely and permanently. Prevent misuse, protect your family, dispose safely. Learn more or request a free Deter-A-Safe disposal bag at carsa.org. Prevention starts with you.
At UIS Insurance and Investments, we're committed to protecting what matters most. That's why we partner with Auto Owners Insurance, offering reliable coverage and personalized service from people you can trust. UIS and Auto Owners Insurance, working together to keep you covered no matter what life throws your way. Keep it locked in. You're watching Hoops on Hoos.
This is a Butler building, and so is this one, and this one, and this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
We are your neighbors, your sons and daughters. We are learning life and job skills and getting an education. We're proud to serve Ohio. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service at nationalguard.com/OH.
Since 1847, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouse has been Tiffin's trusted florist. From stunning arrangements to everyday flowers, they help you say it beautifully. Whether you're celebrating life's victories or supporting your loved ones, stop by their beautiful shop on Greenfield Street or order online at wagnerflowers.com for easy pickup or delivery. Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouse, where tradition blooms. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Welcome back to the broadcast. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, and this SBC Lake matchup between the Tiffin Columbian Lady Tornadoes and the Clyde Lady Fliers. Here from Tornado Alley, 17-17 is your score to start the second half, as I'm Tommy Hall on the call with Greg Kinn, the Wizard, Cooper Snyder, Emma Moeglin on the cameras, bringing you all of this great action live and paywall free as we get ready for the start the next 16 minutes to decide this one, as Clyde opens up with the possession.
Oh.
And a shot off the front of the rim to begin things for Clyde as it goes back into the hands of the Tornadoes.
You talk about things looking even on paper, even score here at halftime. Tommy, I couldn't tell you who I think between these teams has the upper hand. They both played so evenly, so fiercely throughout the first half of this game.
Absolutely. As Richie trying to find an open look, drives it inside. Back out to Beeston. Beeston controlling at the top of the key. Richie trying to find an open look, and these Lady Fliers, they're just sticking down low, forcing the Tornadoes to take it out, and they're waiting for them to come in. As Beeston loses it there, goes back into the possession of the Flyers. As Farrer takes the inbound across the timeline over to Andres. Andres blanketed by Richie. And a quick dish down to Jeffrey. She's smothered by by two Tornadoes. And into the possession of the Tornadoes.
So we'll take that one.
As Beeston hands it back out to Zeiss. Beeston trying to find an open look, decides to pass it off instead.
Yeah, she's doing a great job, like you said tonight, Tommy, sharing with the teammates. She's getting a lot of coverage, a lot of attention. Right there, she drove to the basket, almost got that one. She was looking for the foul, but the ref said, nope, she's not going to play.
Just back-to-back turnovers to start this one, and this one's going to be physical as a jump ball. Now, 6:09 here in the third.
I tell you, Tommy,
possession arrow favors the Tornadoes.
I say this every season, but this is our first girls game this season. I'm telling you, these girls games always seem more aggressive than the boys games. I don't know what it is, but they are definitely physical out here tonight.
Now the Tornadoes passing it around, trying to find an open look as Felsky just sends it back over to Zeiss, and now they reset the offense with Beeston at the top of the key. Just a quick little handoff to Zeiss as she
stripped away as she's trying to drive to the basket there.
Stripped away among the trees. As Reese Daniels, 5'10", definitely up there among the trees.
I love sayings like that. They just make me picture ridiculous things in my head, like getting smacked in the face with branches.
And it's still 17 all.
Yeah, nothing's changed
after the first 3 minutes of action here in the second half, as it just
continuation of the first half. A lot of strong defense.
Down to Andres.
There you go.
Puts it up and in. Flyers take back the lead, 19-17. Tornadoes push it down the floor into the possession of Shriver. Shriver just gets it batted away from her.
Yeah, she tried to get that one past to her teammate, but there was two Flyers in the way there.
Farrer passes it over to Ray. As Ray takes it herself, drives the lane, gets fouled on her way. And she'll go for +1. Chance to extend this lead.
I believe this is probably the biggest
I was going to say 5 points. So far the largest run in this contest.
See if they can extend their lead.
And ice in her veins as Ray gets the extra point, or gets the free throw. 22-17. Allen trying to control it. Smothering defense by the Flyers. There's a nice pass over to Richie. Richie puts it up with a nice looking ball. It just finds just underneath the lip of the rim, comes back to her, unable to come up with the rebound. And look at that.
Need a little more.
Jeffrey runs into a wall, bounces right back out into the possession of the Tornadoes. Beeston drives the lane.
Wow.
And Beeston gonna be called for the foul.
So the Flyers fans erupted over here on that one.
That's Beeston's second foul in this contest. And Greg, that's the thing is, for these Clyde Flyers, it's 22-17. These Clyde guards don't need to score 20. They just need to make the right play, and that's why this team's been so tough to beat lately. Question here in this second half is, can Columbian slow Clyde down and force them into half-court possessions? That remains to be seen, as now the Flyers have extended this lead as Jeffrey starting to come alive. And when life hands you a Jeffrey, you better play defense.
Tornadoes need to get something going here. They need to get something rolling on offense for themselves here in the second half.
I believe the ball off the foot of the Flyers gives the Tornadoes a possession as Miss Allen, from the top of the key, looking to drive inside.
Is that defense again?
Gonna force her way.
There's a shot. And nails it! That shot by Maddie Shriver there.
Shriver just banks that one. Draws this one back within a possession.
Yeah, the defense forced that shot, and she said, I'll take it, and I'll nail it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I can't believe that one in. Jeffrey, she's challenging the lane. She's coming through to the paint, and she's just saying, hey, if you're in my way, you're going to fall down. You got to be a little more aggressive down there underneath the glass. If you're the Tornadoes, as that wild shot falls back into the possession as Jeffrey gets the rebound here. Sends it over to Farrer. Farrer at the top of the key. Over to Greenslade. Greenslade trying to find an open teammate. Pushes it out of bounds. And after a little bit of discussion here.
Trying to figure out who went off on it.
Yeah. But nonetheless, a couple of substitutions. And for the Tornadoes, you see Felsky, Beeston, Ritchie. Chloe Heyman.
So we're about 5 minutes into this one here, but it's been a tough 5 minutes.
And Reese Daniel puts it up, gets fouled, and the Clyde bench starting to come alive. 2:52 here in the third quarter. 24-20, your score. Still time for you to get in for your chance to be our fan of the game, brought to you by Clouse Construction. Send us a picture of how you got your setup tonight during this great night of high school basketball action. You got plenty of sports going on tonight to keep you seated comfortably in tonight's windy, cold, rainy night. And we can't thank you enough for being here with us on the call as the Flyers have a 25-20 lead over the Tornadoes. Tornadoes aren't going away. Just need to get a few clean shots off.
Like that one there, Tommy.
Did you see that? Oh, moved with the elbow. Sends it back over and just hooks it up. Beeston puts it in. 25-22, Flyers on top so far. The rebound by Greenslade. Beeston now going to control it at the top of the key. Calls out the offense.
Chance to close the gap here.
Tries to set up some kind of screen. Shriver now takes the ball, hands it back to Beeston, trying to create open look for Beeston. Beeston found the lane cut off, passed it down to Richie, and Richie puts it up and in. 25-24.
Just a smart play there. They just had the eyes on Beeston, started the drive. They took their eyes off of the player underneath.
Yeah, that's what
Fished it off to him.
You can't do that, Greg. And that empty ball there by Andres gives the Tornadoes the ball back. Minute 30. Tornadoes down by 1.
Ooh.
Just a bowling shoe ugly pass by Beeston. Draws the foul. Greenslade called with the foul. That's her first.
I'm not sure what all the shouting's about.
Richie took a little bit of contact there.
Oh, gives some right there. Beeston was
messy
asking for the ball.
pass. Beeston
Got a little late, yeah.
grabs it up. Back over to Beeston from Felsky. Felsky sets the block.
Oh.
Beeston drives the lane. Oh, and they're going to call the charging on Beeston.
I believe that's at least the second time she's gotten that call in here tonight, Tommy.
That's going to be her third foul. I tell you what, there's something in Beeston's game that's exposed like a raw nerve to where, again, she's getting this call where you ordinarily probably want to get such a call on you. As the Flyers look to take it across the timeline, still with a 1-point lead here late in the third. As the ball back over to Jeffrey, who's really been...
Loses it though, and then
yeah, loses the possession as I started to put her over. Beeston takes it across the timeline. Gives it over to Shriver. Shriver back out to Beeston.
got a chance to take the lead here.
You got an open look there from the right wing.
Oh!
Instead, Marissa Allen decides to drive with it. Good defense, pokes it away.
Greenslade checks in.
I'm going to reset some things here as Greenslade checked back in. Relieving Daniel. Greenslade, she's giving you some great quality minutes off the bench here. Has a point in this one off of free throw.
Been making her impact known though, Tommy.
But Allen drives it in the lane, puts it up. And now the Tornadoes take back the lead by 1. But again, you don't have to win by a lot. You just got to win by 1. As this one's starting to draw down.
And that's what it's going to come down
The Flyers trying to hold the last possession here. Under 10 seconds. Trying to pass it out, and a timeout called by Coach Heck. Says, what the heck? Need a timeout here, slow things down. Try to make this last possession all that much more important, because I think this is what it's going to come down to, Greg. Who's going to be able to control that last possession and eke out of here with a win?
There's no doubt about it, Tommy. The way these two teams have been playing against each other, they could play 2-3 games back-to-back, and it'd probably still be a 1-point game at the finish, because neither one of them has really been able to pull away from the other. They get a little bit of a gap. The other team comes right back.
And while you're enjoying this great game, let's not forget how you're able to watch this game live and paywall free. We want to thank our sponsors for bringing you this one. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, UIS Insurance and Investments, Vicek Orthodontics, Mullins Entertainment, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, First National Bank of Sycamore, Studio Squared, Clouse Construction, Thrift Junction, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collisions. Bringing you all of this one to close out this third quarter of action. Clyde with the last possession here. How many seconds you get?
There we go.
As a shot from downtown, nothing but air. Beeston with the last possession, shoots it from half court.
Woo.
Falls short, and the Tornadoes will take a 26-25 lead going into the fourth quarter. Folks, you don't want to miss the end of this one. 8 minutes left to decide a winner here in this huge SBC Lake matchup. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Prevent opioid and stimulant misuse in your teen sports journey. Keep all medications locked and only use them as prescribed. Talk openly about the dangers of misusing painkillers and stimulants. Work with healthcare providers to find safe alternatives for pain and focus. Protect their future. Prevent misuse. Visit carsa.org for prevention tips and community resources.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Hoops on Hoos.
And we are back live from Tornado Alley for the fourth quarter of action in a 26-25 ball game with Tiffin Columbian on top of the Lady Fliers. And Tornadoes have the possession to start things off here in the fourth. Quick pass over to Zeiss. Ball finds its way into the hands of Maddie Shriver. Back down to Zeiss. Zeiss low in the paint. Over to Richie, who takes up residence. Tries to spin out, puts it up. No good. Lady Fliers take possession. Into the possession of Jeffrey. Jeffrey down to Ray as Ray puts it up, and as it just bounces right back out and into the possession of the Tornadoes for another turnover here. A lot of banging and clanging, but not a lot of no nets swishing here, Greg.
Yeah.
As Zeiss tries to put that one up and in, it falls back into the possession of the Flyers as Ray takes it across the timeline. Ray and Zeiss battling it now. One-on-one. Who's going to ball here?
That's been the story of this one, Tommy. Not even 10 points on average per quarter so far through this one.
Andres puts it over to Jeffrey. Jeffrey thought about taking it inside. Instead, pushes it back out to the perimeter to Ray. Ray doesn't come away with the shot. She's banged up.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
As the Columbian defense just super physical. As you see it once again, Zeiss physical there, pokes it out, turnabout. Fair play by the Flyers as Andres pokes that one out. And now step for step with Ray. Zeiss, I think, going to reach in. That's her fourth. Yeah, that's Zeiss's fourth foul, and you cannot have that, especially this early in the fourth quarter. You're going to need her down the stretch when those possessions matter most. 6-13, Columbian 26-25 as another scoreless 2 minutes to start a period. Seems to be the theme in this one, Greg. Just no team able to establish any rhythm.
Yeah, as soon as they come off that little break there between the quarters, catch their breath, and they just both come out with their hair on fire.
Yeah, this game may come down to which team's leader will impose their will. You seen Beeston controlling the tempo for Columbian, but Clyde's balanced attack, dictating pace, puts that one up.
That's huge in a game this close.
She's going to get, Jeffrey's going to get to +1. Flyers will take back the lead, 27-26, and a chance to take a 2-point lead here with the free throw attempt. Thus far tonight, that's going to be Jeffrey's 10th point, putting her in double digits, make that 11.
Yep.
Tornadoes with the possession, down by 2, 6 minutes here to go. As a shot from the parking lot finds its way to the bottom of the net. And just like that, the Tornadoes take back the lead, 29-28.
What a game we have in our hands here.
Oh, Ray.
That's going to the stands. That's going to the fans over there.
Introducing himself to Bill Beeston over there. As Felske's going to inbound it to Beeston. And what a pedigree this young lady comes from. With a matriarch of that Beeston family. She's actually the...
Yeah, so you got 2 family members with jerseys on the wall here.
Yeah. Looking to add hers. Just in her sophomore campaign. And now, Jeffrey, they're taking their time with these possessions. Can't get a bad shot off here. Missed attempt, turned into chaos on the rebound. It's just the scrum for it has really been the difference. A foul gives the possession to the Flyers. They're going to check this one in.
You know, man, Tommy. Sometimes you watch a game and you just know it's over long before it's actually over. This is not the case here tonight.
That's just another drive and dish opportunity. It's Clyde making the best out of each possession here. Takes back the lead 30-29.
On the edge of our seats. How many lead changes we had here recently?
Shriver, little jumper there. I think Clyde got a piece of the elbow there. Who'd they call that at number 20? Andres just bips the elbow there. Bip, is that a word? Shriver at the free throw line. Trying to get this one back to a 30-all game.
Those are the unfair ones, Tommy.
First attempt swirls and just comes right back out of the basket at you. Substitution here. Carolyn Newlove.
And a game this close, you need each and every one of those
Comes
shots.
in for Kinsey Felske. Second attempt here by Shriver. Oh, bounces out. And even worse, Clyde comes up with the rebound there as Jeffrey behind the back, putting the work in, takes it across the timeline, back over to Ray. Ray.
It's good ball movement there, Tommy.
Over to Andres. Andres down low.
Oh,
Among the trees to Daniel once again.
That's just a nightmare for the Tornadoes down there. Continuously, these Flyers are just able to get the ball to go in and the foul.
Well, that's the thing, too, is they set up their shot. They might take a sloppy shot, but the rebound is really where it's becoming crucial. Getting out rebound by the Flyers dials up the intensity, the physicality by the Tornadoes, and they're going to call the foul on that.
Nailed that one there.
Daniel makes good.
And this one
the silent assassin makes her way back to the bench. 6 points.
This one's just gone back and forth here.
For Daniel thus far as Beeston dribbles it across the timeline.
Woohoo!
Yeah, you're going to get a blocking foul there by Clyde.
But yeah, this 4 points may not seem that much, but this late in the game, it's the biggest lead we've seen in a minute.
Yeah, and all it was going to take was just to get one run and be able to maintain that lead, as little as it might be.
Because they're hard to come by in this game.
Beeston tries to put it up, and she is going to be fouled. Oh, they caught it.
Wow. Again. Beeston cannot believe it, Tommy. She says, this is unreal.
And Jeffrey. Tornadoes chasing a 4-point lead. Inbound it here to Ray. Ray's going to take it across the timeline. .346 remaining.
Moving that ball around. Look at this.
Don't forget to stick around for the end of this one, as we'll set you up for the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show, as Ray bounced around like a pinball.
That's 4 fouls now here.
Between the Tornadoes defenders, yep.
Yeah, we'll also have our player of the game brought to you by Benchwarmers, Tommy, and our defensive player of the game brought to you by Wagner's Flower Shop and Greenhouses. And of course, the fan of the game brought to you by Clouse Construction.
Timeout here. Wise timeout taken, trying to slow the bleeding. As just the Tornadoes just have not had a good possession throughout the last 2 minutes here. And you gotta be more careful with those possessions, Greg, as this timeout brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Let's get a quick chance to thank our sponsors here in this fourth quarter for bringing you this one. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, UIS Insurance and Investments, Vicek Orthodontics, Mullins Entertainment, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, First National Bank of Sycamore, Studio Square, Clouse Construction, Thrift Junction, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. As Greg talked about it, don't go anywhere. At the end of this one, we're going to be having our post-game show, as we mentioned, brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, 33-29. We'll see who's going to come away in this huge SBC Lake showdown.
You know, it's coming down to the wire. It's going to be the last second. Might be who has the last shot.
Daniel over to Jeffrey. Jeffrey back over to Ray. Ray dribbles it off to Farrer. Jeffrey dribbles it out. They're just trying to maintain the possession at the top of the key, find an open look.
Yeah, I mean, we're under 3 minutes now. You got the lead in this one. You're going to keep the ball as long as you can.
Foul puts him into the bonus, which will put Farrer at the line and a chance to make this lead Farrer.
Oh.
That one just...
So you need to throw that one a little farther.
All right, we got it.
You started it.
we got it. First attempt, no good. Remains 33-29, 2:58 remaining here. Second attempt by Farrer finds its way to the bottom of the basket. 34-29, 2:57 as the Tornadoes take it across the timeline. Beeston over to Zeiss, dishes it down low.
There you go.
And it's put up and put in.
Brings it back to within 3.
Back to within a 3-point ball game. Carolyn Newlove
nice.
Making her way.
That's what you needed right there.
Possession back into the favor of the Tornadoes. Marissa Allen now putting work in. Dribbles it down to Newlove. Newlove out to the top of the key, back to Zeiss. Zeiss dribble inside, puts it up, and she is going to be fouled. Fouled on the attempt. A 1-and-1.
Possibly bring him within 1 here, Tommy. And with 2:23 on the clock, that's huge.
Oh,
nice. Oh,
bounces back out.
They get the rebound though.
Jump ball.
Oh, coach is screaming. She said, I called a timeout.
Coach Morgan Harrigan in her second season, her second campaign at the helm of this Lady Tornado program. Definitely finding a rhythm with this squad as Beeston passes it over to Allen. Allen Out to Zeiss, but Zeiss loses the possession, and Jeffrey just going to hold on for dear life.
Yeah, well, just rolled down the legs right off the feet and right to the Clyde Flyer.
Oh!
He's heating up.
Coach ducking herself.
I'm ducking here, smashing buttons on the soundboard. I thought it was coming at me.
There's defense. Trying to create that pressure. Got to get that ball back. Got to get the possession.
Yeah, and the Lady Fliers. No, that's going to be last touch by Jeffrey. Out of bounds. The Tornadoes are going to get the turnover here.
Man.
2-point ball game. Less than 2 minutes to go.
Marissa Allen's fired up on that one.
As Shriver over to Beeston. Beeston going to dribble at the top of the key. She brings it back, passes it back out. Over to Allen.
Oh, my goodness. In and out.
Rolls along the rim into the possession of the, they're going to call that. They call that foul.
Man. I thought she had that one, Tommy.
When you can't get that clean look at the lane, when you can't get that clean drive, that's how those ones get away from you. Just
get a little spin.
Just a little spin. Brings it back out. And this one has just been a defensive struggle. Oh! Jeffrey.
Still a 2-point game here.
Definitely a clutch player for these Lady Fliers. First free throw bounces out. And it's starting to get noisy. Trying to throw.
Nails that one.
Jeffrey out of her zone, but to no avail as she's
letting the crowd noise get in her head.
Remains there. Cool under pressure. Mrs. Cucumber, a.k.a. Cool as A. With New Love.
Oh, nice drive to the basket.
Takes a wild shot, and she's going to be fouled. Zeiss tries to get the putback. The reach in will put Zeiss at the line. 3-point game, minute 25 here.
Yeah, how quickly that last minute is just eating off the clock, Tommy.
Oh, and how many points have been left on the floor due to these missed free throw attempts by both squads.
Yeah, it's the worst kind. You miss the free throw.
Second attempt here.
Nails that one.
Brings it back to a one-possession ball game.
Look at that.
And look at that. Full press.
Woo.
Oh, look at that. Marissa Allen, how does she come up with that defensively? There are no Tornado guards down there. She just comes away, steals it after surely a free look at the basket by the Flyers. And now Allen takes that possession and turns it into points to make it a tie ball game. 35-35. Ball comes loose. New Love puts it up and puts it in, and she's going to go to the line.
Wow, Tommy. What has just transpired in the last 15 seconds of this ball game? I've got goosebumps right now.
It wasn't even a... Again, blink and you'll miss it. The complexion of this one. Both teams in the double bonus. 37-35 Tornado lead after it was just a 35-35 ball game that Allen got tied up for these Tornadoes.
Wow.
And the Tornadoes.
Yeah, we were talking about a 3-point ball game. You get the one free throw, bring it to 2 points, and all of a sudden you're up by 2 and shooting an extra shot.
A chance to put the Tornadoes up by 3. New Love misses the attempt, and Jeffrey comes down with the rebound. And she's just a tower of terror for these Flyers.
Hold on to it.
They did not call that.
Wow.
No call on that.
We're all tied up now.
Brings it to Andres. Andres puts it up and in. Brings it 37-37. And all you got to do is maintain the last possession. And Zeiss puts it up. A quick transition. Quick transition by the Flyers. There's going to be a timeout called. Full timeout called by Coach Heck. 39-37. 17-7 remaining in this ball game.
Wow, Tommy. You had a whole half of this gymnasium thinking there should have been a call there. It wasn't called. Left the open shot down here. The game got tied up. You come down here, you bully your way back to the basket, go up by 2 again.
Let me tell you this much. Zeiss quietly has put 5 points up in this fourth quarter after receiving her 4th foul. 6 minutes with 6 minutes left in this game.
Yeah. You want to talk about clutch.
39-37 is your score. Tornadoes lead after the damnedest 15 seconds of high school basketball you'd ever seen.
So we got 17.7 left on the clock, and in basketball, you've seen what can happen in 17 seconds. You just saw what could happen in 17 seconds. The Tornadoes.
Well, here's what becomes that all-important question. The Flyers, they've had some success from beyond the arc. They've been able to put the three-pointer away. They could do that and maintain that last possession to take the lead and quite possibly sneak one out on the road. Or again, you put that ball in the hands of your playmaker like Jeffrey and just give her an open look and open drive to the basket, hoping she can get the foul on her way to the basket and get that +1. So you got to be set up. Another timeout. 11 seconds, 11.8 seconds. That's how close it is, Greg.
Yeah, he took a whole 6 seconds off the clock, literally just going from one side of the court to the other. Nothing really even changing there. It's just, I can't even imagine what's being said in both these huddles right now, Tommy. I believe that this is, if I'm not wrong, this is the first lead the Tornadoes had this fourth period. Like, what a time to have one.
Yeah. And this is the big thing.
We talked about who was going to outlast, who was going to run out of gas first, who was going to last through the fourth quarter, be able to go on that run, the run that separated the game. We've seen a couple of runs from each squad here tonight, but I think most importantly has been this last run here by the Tornadoes.
Timeout brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Don't forget, stick around. Still time to get your fan of the game picture in. Presented by Clouse Construction. We'll be naming our defensive player of the game and our player of the game presented by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery.
Here we go,
during the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union postgame show. And that ball to Jeffrey. There's going to be a held a jump ball.
Wow. That was almost knocked away immediately. A great defense.
But who does that favor? Who are they going to give that possession to?
This is going to be an interesting one. I have to talk it over.
White just got it on the side.
Held ball. A held ball. Oh, you wanted all the drama. You wanted everything in this one, and you've been getting it. 9.9 seconds in an eternity ending to this ball game.
These are the endings that, as the timeout sponsor, First National Bank of Sycamore has to love here, Tommy.
Absolutely, and this is the game you'd love to be watching live and paywall free, and you can, and you are, thanks to these great sponsors. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, UIS Insurance and Investments, Vicek Orthodontics, Mullins Entertainment, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, First National Bank of Sycamore, Studio Squared, Clouse Construction, Thrift Junction, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision, all proud sponsors bringing you high school basketball live and paywall free here on the pulse of the Buckeye State, heart of Ohio sports. The Tornadoes take that timeout after the held ball, after seemingly the game plan by the Flyers. Get the ball into the hands of Jeffrey down low, let her drive and try to either get that ball or get that basket and draw the foul, or just get this one tied up. But here on this last, you gotta maybe believe last possession, 9.8 seconds remaining. Ball out to Beeston. Beeston, blatant shove, gonna draw the foul.
You gotta love the blatant fouls. You gotta do what you gotta do in these moments, Tommy.
Yeah, again with
but I don't know if Beeston's the player I'd want to put at the foul line.
And again, what a harrowing and unenvious task it is by these Clyde Lady Fliers. Quick foul sends Beeston to the line.
Yeah, she's got a chance.
She's like, hey, let's roll with it.
She's got a chance to put this one out of reach here.
See if Beeston has ice in her veins. First attempt. Makes it in!
My goodness.
Finds it into the bottom of the basket.
Could there have been more suspense on that shot?
She's going up to the line for 2 3-pointer by the Clyde Flyers. Would be able to tie this one, but if she makes this attempt, it may be out of reach.
Yeah.
And she does! Ice in her veins, Beeston. 2 for 2 on the free throws. Quick.
There's no saving that one. 1.3 left, Tommy.
Greenslade tries to get possession out of the messy pass. Gets it out of bounds. Beeston trying to hold it in. The Tornadoes. The Tornadoes, they hold on for a 41-37 victory over the SBC rival opponent in the Clyde Lady Fliers. What a ball game here from Tornado Alley. Wow. Final score, 41-37 Tornadoes in a thriller.
We'll step aside, pay the bills here real quick. We'll come back with the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show. We'll have our fan of the game brought to you by Clouse Construction. Of course, our defensive player of the game brought to you by Wagner's Flower Shops and Greenhouses. And our player of the game brought to you by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery.
Absolutely. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. More than just a game, This is Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go. Heart of Ohio Sports.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
My stomach is messed up.
The game's almost over. Can't you wait?
No, I gotta go right now.
Wow, really?
Swung on, hit to center, well hit. Back, and this one's gone. A home run for Connor Moyer on an 0-2
Needed
pitch.
that.
Smokes it to dead center. That's
Oh man, are you kidding me?
It happens. Never miss a moment. Heart of Ohio Sports. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And welcome back to the post-game show presented by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Tommy Hall on the call with Greg Kinn as we have just wrapped up this huge SBC Lake rivalry matchup between the Tiffin Columbian Lady Tornadoes, who were able to upend these Clyde Lady Fliers. 41-37 was your final.
Yeah, what a game that was.
And man, what a game. It came no clear runs in any time during this game where a lead was secure. This one was trading shots, trading blows back and forth for a full 48 or for a full game here. What a battle here tonight in the SBC Lake. From the opening tip to the final horn, neither team gave an inch. The Clyde Fliers brought the momentum, but Tiffin Columbian brought the fight. And this one was decided by toughness, execution, and poise late down the stretch in this one, Greg.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Tommy. We talked about how this one was going to come down to the last minute, the last second, possibly the last possession. This one was tooth and nail, head-to-head, evenly matched throughout the entire matchup, and you're just like, you're not going to know who's going to win this one until that final second clicks off the clock, and that's what it took.
Absolutely. That's rivalry basketball. Physical, emotional, and earn the hard way, the blue-collar way, as these Tiffin Columbian Lady Tornadoes, as Greggy aptly names them, really got the job done defending home court, and that's going to extend their winning streak to 5 games and try to help these Lady Tornadoes crawl out of the basement, out of the SBC Lake. And, again, one game at a time. That's why you play so many here at this level.
Well, while we're talking about the toughness and stuff of this game, I think about toughness, it makes me think about defensive players, Tommy.
Yeah, absolutely. As, again, you're watching the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show. We have a few things to get out of the way and give away, as we're going to name our fan of the game, presented by Clouse Construction, our defensive player of the game, presented by Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses, and again, our player of the game, presented by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. I think we'll go ahead and we'll take a break.
Well, I figure we'll go ahead and name the defensive player of the game while we've got a minute here.
We'll go ahead and we'll name the defensive player of the game, as the, again, this one was a full fight through and through, down low, down in the paint, and nobody exemplified the fight more than Maddie Ritchie, number 54.
Yeah, that's I have to agree with you. That was who I was voting for on this one, Tommy.
Who not only was a stalwart down low, but was also able to make the most out of her possessions when she was handed the ball, putting up a couple of baskets. I think she had 4 points in this one, but that's why she's going to take home the Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses defensive player of the game.
Yeah, and a matchup like this, when the points are you're trying to get the easy ones up under the basket, that defensive play was insurmountable here tonight.
And out of the millions of viewers here tonight on this one, Greg, did we also get our fan of the game sent in?
I believe we do have a fan of the game.
Well, let's go ahead and name our fan of the game.
So take this out here. Take a look here. The fan of the game, actually. Give me 1 second. I didn't have that ready yet. I lied, Tommy.
Not.
Give me 1 second. See, we got Cooper around here somewhere trying to get our player of the game rounded up for us. It's, after that comeback that we had here tonight, it's kind of hard sometimes to get these stars.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing is, especially the last second matchup, everyone wants to storm the floor. Everything gets mixed up, and some chaos definitely starts to ensue, as I think Connor or Cooper,
yeah,
he's over there waiting for Mia Zeiss to come out of the locker room.
All right, let's see here, Tommy. I think I got the fan of the game now. I think I'm ready. Here we go. So the fan of the game tonight is going to be, I should put a drum roll on here. I think his name is Rufus Mullins.
Rufus.
Enjoying the night off with his dad, watching some basketball.
Yeah, and again, I couldn't think of a better way or a better person to watch these games than our four-legged furry critters there at home, in the comfort of your own home, as it's the fan of the game, Rufus Mullins, presented by Clouse Construction. Boss man enjoying a night off with the pup-pup.
Well, go ahead and step aside, take a break here, Tommy, and see if we can't wrangle this play of the game around.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show. We'll be back with our Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery player of the game. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Back to the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show. We're live here from Tornado Alley at Tiffin Columbian Gymnasium as the Tornadoes able to dispatch longtime rival, the Clyde Fliers, 41-37 in this. Just, what do you even call this one? This one was just a slobber knocker through and through for 4 quarters. And we got our Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery Player of the Game, standing by with us as she's giving us the time of day after she's got to be hurting, battling it down low. Mia Zeiss, our Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery Player of the Game. 11 points on the floor tonight, but defensively, you were just an animal out there. Tell me what was going through your mind as you guys, again, close matchup the other night against Huron, last second victory, another one, you're able to go down to the wire. What is it when you guys aren't able to get some of these runs built up that keeps you guys just battling back in transition and keeping that defense a heavy presence throughout the whole game?
We just try to lift each other up, and we kept that energy up on the court tonight, and I think that's what got us the win.
So 11 points. A lot of those came off of your own me-bounds.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. What goes through your mind when you see one of those shots go up and it doesn't go your way and you just see a sea of Flyers there, chomping at the bit to get under there and take that rebound from you? How physical, or what's your mental state at that point when you know those elbows and, the haymakers are coming?
Honestly, after I miss a shot, I just get really mad at myself, so I tell myself I got to go get that rebound. And I just prepare myself for, everything to be able to get that ball back.
Down the stretch, couple of timeouts called there that definitely proved to be imperative. What was the communication down there on the floor? Because during that last possession, the one thing you didn't want to do was put the ball into the hands of somebody like Jeffrey, who was having herself a heck of a ball game, just tearing up the lane. And she was definitely drawing the fouls. You got yourself in a little foul trouble early on, young lady, but you were able to keep your head on the swivel and keep composure. Again, when you're facing early foul trouble like that down the stretch, does it take away from your game any, or do you just continue to press on and play and just kind of hope that, hey, if that's it for me, at least I put it all out there?
It definitely impacts my mood negatively. I just, after my fourth foul, I was like, okay, I gotta just work my hardest, try not to get my fifth, and I think I did that.
Seemingly, it kind of woke you up because you were able to put 5 more points up there during that little stretch after your fourth foul and then come out and be a defensive juggernaut, which is one of the reasons why you were named our Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery Player of the Game. Can you go ahead and hold up that?
You're a winner. You got to learn how to hold the championship.
You got it upside down.
Oh,
there you go.
Yay.
That's where the champions are made. Any shout-outs that you want to give?
I just want to shout out all my teammates who helped us win this game. They were a very positive force just on me and then everybody else on the court.
Now, the one thing that I don't know if you're aware of, but Benchwarmers are so gracious enough to give us a gift card to hand out to our player of the game. Have you ever been able to frequent our Benchwarmers here in town?
Yeah.
What's a go-to item that you like to grub on after a huge win?
Honestly, their cheese curds are the best.
You and Greg, you're in good company. Cheese curd maniac. Well, young lady, you're going to receive this gift card to Benchwarmers for being named our Benchwarmers Player of the Game. Great effort. Maya Zeiss, our Benchwarmers Player of the Game, 11 points and just a warrior down the stretch, even if you got four fouls with 6 minutes into that fourth quarter. But nonetheless, able to walk away and come away with a huge dub here in Tornado Alley. Congratulations. Keep your game. We definitely thank you for bringing it on the floor here tonight.
Thank you.
Well, Greg, anything you got to add?
Cooper, we'll get a picture with her on the belt. After you give her the belt.
Thank you. Sorry, I just handed it to you.
Just get a picture with her real quick. I mean, that was a heck of a game there, Tommy. You couldn't have asked for a better broadcast, especially to see you back on the call here with us tonight, partner. Can't thank you enough for coming into town, call a basketball game, and can't thank the Lady Tornadoes enough for giving us one heck of a game to call here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. These rivalries make great stories, and, we just get to tell them. So the biggest thanks goes out to you, the fans, who joined us for this journey here tonight. And, again, there's so many options out there for live sports. There's so many things going on tonight that we just can't thank you enough for choosing us as your go-to for high school basketball action, live and paywall free. Here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the Buckeyes, the pulse of the Buckeye State. We want to take our last opportunity to thank all of our sponsors for bringing this one to you live and paywall free. One more time, we want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, UIS Insurance and Investments, Vicek Orthodontics, Mullins Entertainment, Benchwarmers, Restaurant and Delivery, First National Bank of Sycamore, Studio Squared, Clouse Construction, Thrift Junction, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses, the Ohio Army National Guard, Feasel's Flame and Collision, our title sponsors. Keys to the Game brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments, our player spotlight by Vicek Orthodontics, Player of the Game, Benchwarmers, Restaurant and Delivery. Timeouts tonight were brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Our Fan of the Game was brought to you by Clouse Construction. Our Defensive Player of the Game brought to you by Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses. Pre-game show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. The halftime show presented by Hope in Fostoria. And finally, the post-game show you're watching here live presented by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. I think, partner, that's going to wrap things up here for us.
Just want to thank the crew that was on the broadcast here tonight for all their hard work.
Absolutely. We want to thank Cooper Snyder, Emma Moeglin on the cameras, our producer, Greg the Wizard Kinn, for bringing us live and making us look good here on the Heart of Ohio Sports channel.
And, of course, you, Tommy, making us sound good, giving us all the information we need to know, breaking this game down, and making it enjoyable and entertaining to watch at the same time.
Absolutely. Can't wait to be back on the call with you here in a few weeks as well, as we got more exciting high school basketball action coming at you. For Tommy Hall, for Greg Kinn, we want to thank you once again for joining us here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.